You ever been in a situation where you're just so beaten down, so deep in a struggle, that all you want to do is quit? Well, today we're going to talk about a single, really powerful question that can totally reframe that feeling. It's not about pretending the pain isn't there. It's about finding a completely different way to motivate yourself.
So, let's just get right to it. I want you to ask yourself this for real. What if you could actually pull off a miracle? What if, against all the odds, you did it? Now, this isn't just, daydreaming. It's a real mental tool. It's a key that can unlock a new perspective right when everything inside you is screaming to give up.
And that first question, it leads to this one. It becomes super personal. Suddenly, it's not just about getting something done, it's about becoming a completely different person, someone that nobody, maybe even you, thought you could be. It's the kind of question that gives you goosebumps, right? Because it feels so real.
All right, so let's dig into how this actually works. This whole journey, it doesn't kick off with some fancy 10-step plan. Nope. It starts by rewiring your own brain, and it all comes from asking one simple, powerful question.
This is what we're calling the what-if mindset. It's all about staring at a situation that looks totally impossible and making a conscious choice to find that tiny sliver of hope. Like, check this out. There's a story of an aspiring Navy SEAL. He goes to a recruiter's office and the guy tells him, look, only 35 African Americans have ever made it through in 70 years. Instead of just packing it in, his thought was, okay, but what if I'm number 36? See? That's it right there. That's the mindset in action.
Okay, so you've got this new mindset, you're feeling good, but then you immediately slam into a huge problem. And I mean, it is a big one. We're going to call it the wall of doubt. And believe me, the world is really good at building this wall. It's your guidance counselor telling you that your dream of playing basketball is just a fantasy. It's recruiters literally laughing in your face on the phone. This stuff isn't just in your head. It is real, and it is loud.
And sometimes, that doubt is just brutal. It's raw and it's personal. These are the actual words that recruiters said to the aspiring SEAL. This isn't constructive criticism, This is a direct shot, designed to make you quit before you even take the first step.
So what on earth do you do with that kind of negativity? Well, here's what happens when you have the what-if mindset. When a YouTuber's own mom said, "You either quit this dream or you're out of my house," he just said, "Okay, I'm out," and he walked. When a counselor said his dream would amount to nothing, he used it as fuel. He decided to be the best. And when that recruiter told him he was fat and black and couldn't make it, he went and became the 36th. Look, you can't stop the world from throwing doubt at you, but you always get to choose how you respond.
But let's be really clear here. Choosing to fight back, choosing that defiance, it comes with a massive, massive price tag. This is the part of the story you never see on Instagram. It's the unseen, brutal cost of chasing something incredible.
Just look at this timeline for that YouTuber we mentioned. We all see the highlight reels, right? But we almost never see the years of grind that led up to it. Year 1, he had 1 viewer. 1. By year 3, he's kicked out of his house for chasing his dream. By year 5, all his friends have good jobs and he's still struggling. By year 7, he's living on a completely empty college campus just so he can keep making videos. I mean, that is the grind.
And that grind, it means you have to reorganize your entire life. We're not talking about small sacrifices here. These are huge, concrete choices. Like choosing to live in a boring townhouse instead of the fun dorms, just because the internet was better. It's skipping the parties because you have to upload a video. It's turning down a job that pays $20 an hour to volunteer for free, all because it gave you more time to work on your dream.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't a hobby. It's not some side hustle you do on the weekends. It is a complete, total reorganization of your entire life around one single thing. Every single decision you make, from what you eat to where you live, gets filtered through one question. Does this get me closer to my goal? So, after years of facing that doubt, after all that sacrifice, eventually something's got to give. And that's the breakthrough. That's the exact moment when, what if it works out, starts to turn into, oh my gosh, it's actually working.
Remember our aspiring Navy SEAL? The one they told was too heavy? Well, here's his breakthrough. He lost 106 pounds. Just think about that. A staggering, complete physical transformation that came from nothing but pure, raw will.
Oh, and get this. He did it in less than 3 months. It's almost hard to wrap your head around that level of intensity. But that's exactly what happens when that what-if mindset takes over and becomes your everything.
Now, for the YouTuber, the breakthrough is totally different. It wasn't some crazy 3-month sprint. It was a 7-year marathon.
I'm talking years of having single-digit viewers. And then after all that time, all that grinding, one video finally took off. So the breakthrough might not look the same for everyone, but the point is, if you keep going, it does show up.
And this all comes down to a really simple, almost stubborn kind of logic. If you don't quit, you can't lose. It's literally impossible. Because you can always just get back up and try again. The only time you truly lose is the moment you decide to stop for good.
So this really brings us to the big takeaway here. When you strip away all the details, what you're left with is a choice. A really fundamental choice about the kind of life you want to live.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret. Yeah, chasing a huge dream is painful. It costs you a lot. But that cost is nothing compared to the bill that comes later, the one you pay for a lifetime of wondering, what if I had just kept going?
So here it is, laid out plain and simple. You can quit. If you do that, the dream is dead. And what's left in its place? Regret. Or you can push on. And if you do that, the dream is born, and you get to actually live it. When you look at it like that, the choice is pretty clear, isn't it?
So how do you find the strength to keep pushing? Well, it boils down to this. You have to want your dream as much as you want to breathe. It can't be a nice to have. It has to feel like a necessity, like something you literally can't live without. And I want to be super clear about this. This kind of intense self-belief, a lot of people are going to see it and call it arrogance, but it's not. It's confidence. It's a deep, core belief that you can do anything you're willing to completely reorganize your life for, not because you think it'll be easy, but because you just believe you have what it takes to get it done.
So, we're going to leave you with this one last thought. Normal is easy. Normal is safe. It's predictable. But all the stories we've talked about today, they're about people who chose something completely different. They're about rejecting normal to chase after being the absolute best. So the real question is, why not you?